The Chief of Defense Intelligence Annual Conference, which was formerly known as the Defense Advisors and Attaches Conference, is a major annual event in the agency's yearly forecast of events, which affords the Defense Intelligence Agency the opportunity to evaluate the activities of its defense sections. The conference also provides the defense advisors and attaches the opportunity to interact with resource persons on critical issues of national security concern. The agency is more intentional and determined in its efforts to harness the capabilities of the defense attaché system for the attainment of national security objectives. Defense diplomacy plays a vital role in enhancing the state's capacity to respond to threats. Thus, they need to bring the relevance of the defense attaché system to bear on strategic engagement with allies and partners, and through bilateral and multilateral cooperation towards the attainment of own national security objectives.
As defense attaché, we play a crucial role in fostering bilateral relations and our nation gets to military industrialization. I will therefore implore you to build strong relationships with your host country defense establishment, government officials and relevant defense industry stakeholders. As Nigerian military representative, you are to disseminate the nation's defense industry aspiration, highlighting include joint research and development projects, technology transfer program, as well as sharing best practice in defense manufacturing and industrial process. Hence, your role as liaison is crucial in promoting bilateral cooperation and strengthening Nigerian defense industry capability.
Today, our world is changing in ways like never before. Both global and regional security are at the most turbulent period in human engagement. We are confronted with multiple risks and challenges rarely seen before, and regional security appears to be at its lowest ebb. Clearly, unilateralism cannot be a solution to this quantum of security challenges. There must be a regional institutional design for collective security and lasting peace in West Africa in particular and Africa in general. Particularly, we must reckon with the current trend of coups and counter-coups in Africa, which tend to weaken us individually and collectively, thereby increasing our vulnerability. It is indeed necessary for us to accelerate global and regional collaboration to effectively protect our citizens and ensure peace across the region. For any country's defense strategy to succeed, it must recognize the critical role of diplomacy in reducing military risks, as well as fostering shared understanding for enhanced national security.
On behalf of a very grateful nation, I want to thank you, the Armed Forces of Nigeria. You have done well, you are doing well. You are the reason why we are a nation today. You are the reason why we live in peace and we have this stability. The defense advisors attaches are in the forefront of the military's effort to build a framework of peace and prosperity between Nigeria and their countries of accreditation. On this note, I commend your efforts so far in the discharge of your responsibilities. I must therefore state that security in these contemporary times demands that nations must view their survival as intricately linked together, particularly contagious nations. It is against this backdrop that the coups and counter-coups, particularly in West Africa, have great consequences for Nigeria in her fight against insurgency, terrorism, and banditry. No doubt, political instability has an inseparable nexus with proliferation and spread of terrorism in the Sahel, as well as the West African sub-region. No single country can surmount today's threats on its own. all countries must strive to understand one another's security challenges and peculiarities and work together at various levels to achieve the desired effect outcomes that will secure our individual national objectives. In light of this, the essence of defense diplomacy is made unmistakably clear, specifically the role of the defense advisors attaché system is brought to bear in strategic engagements with allies and partners at bilateral and multilateral levels towards the attainment of own national security objectives.